Greetings and welcome to Wild Mouse. My name is Taylor Bartle. I am a childless man in his 40s who unapologetically and unironically just loves theme parks. My guest today is the same. He's also a childless man in his 40s who loves theme parks. He's also the CEO of a AR company called Outpaged. Please welcome to the show, Kevin Nesgoda.
Yeah, it's nice being childless because you don't have to drag around a screaming brat at a theme park. We get to do whatever we want.
You know, I always wonder if the hate for Disney adults is just a little bit of jealousy.
Yeah, I would think so because, I just see, anytime I go to a theme park, whether it's Universal or Disney or anything else, it's always, I always, look at, the kids just screaming their head off and the parents look miserable and I'm like, haha, I'm going to go on the ride and I don't have to deal with this. And you do.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to go ride Guardians of the Galaxy again.
Yeah. You have fun taking care of the kid who just threw up all over himself and shit his pants.
Like, it's fun to go to a theme park with someone else and their kid.
Yes.
Because then you get to enjoy the experience of the little kid seeing it for the first time. You get to see the magic through their eyes or whatever. But when they start screaming, you go, oh, well, let's go see Dad.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went when we went with my niece for the first time when she was 5 or 6. Took her to Disneyland, and her grandparents and her parents were there. So when she got tired, I didn't have to do anything. It's like, oh, I'm going to go ride Space Mountain again. You guys have fun at the hotel.
Yeah, we went to Disney World earlier this year with my girlfriend's family, and they have a 1 and a 4-year-old at the time. And we were in line for Haunted Mansion, and the 1-year-old started having a meltdown.
Oh, no.
And they were just like, all right, we're going to get out of line. And my girlfriend's like, should we get out of line? And I'm like, no. Why would we do that? This doesn't affect us.
That's their problem, not our problem.
Yeah.
That's what parents are for. This is what being a real adult is.
That's right. I am a fake adult. I just love theme parks and doing whatever the hell I want.
That's why we're members at Universal, because we can go whenever and it's fun. And, we go to the Three Broomsticks all the time for Harry Potter. And yeah, it's great.
The Three Broomsticks?
Yeah, it's like the Harry Potter themed restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're not talking about Universal today.
We are not. We're going a little further down the road.
Yep, we are headed to Anaheim. We are headed to Disney's California Adventure.
Yay!
To talk about Guardians of the Galaxy dash mission : all caps breakout ! Is
there anything else after that? It's such a long ride name.
Well, I mean, during Halloween there is. I guess
that's true.
Do they replace Mission Breakout with Monsters After Dark, or is it Mission Breakout Monsters After Dark?
I hope it's Mission Breakout Monsters After Dark.
Yeah, it is the most punctuated ride at Disneyland. Closely followed by Spider Dash Man : Web Slingers : a Spider Dash Man adventure. But it doesn't have that exclamation point. That's what puts Guardians of the Galaxy over the top.
That's right. Imagine if they put 3 exclamation points.
Oh, that would just be too extreme.
And they could go with 4th, but that would just look awkward.
Yeah, nobody does 4.
No one does 4, unless you're 14 and you're on the Riz or whatever the kids say nowadays.
I don't know what kids do. We talked about this. I don't have kids. I don't care about kids. I don't want to know any kids.
Yep, kids are dumb.
My girlfriend always asks me, she's like, do I look cool? And I'm like, I don't know.
Turn on the MTV and ask yourself that.
I don't know what's cool. Look at me. I wear a t-shirt and jeans every day.
You're lucky to get me into jeans any day. I'm in sweats or joggers.
Well, I have a public-facing job. If I still worked at home, I'd probably just wear basketball shorts every day.
Yeah, that's nice. It's cozy.
It is, yeah. I do sometimes miss working at home, but
you can't really do your job at home. Although you probably could. It'd just be really messy.
I could. I would probably have to go back and forth and deliver stuff at the end of the day, which would just be weird. Hey, there's a bunch of stuff I made at home. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout first opened in 2017. Is that right? So that is when the Guardians of the Galaxy overlay opened. Originally, the ride opened as the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, which closed on January 3rd, 2017. And then May 27th, 2017, the official opening date of Mission Breakout.
It only took them 5 months to redo all that. That's pretty impressive, because that's, once you go through it, it's really intricate through there, from like the line all the way to like, loading up on the car.
Yeah, well, they wanted to redo, or they wanted to add a new ride to kind of offset the Avatar Land that was opening in Florida.
Makes sense.
And so they wanted to have a new ride opening by Memorial Day. And Imagineer Joe Rohde, who is just the GOAT, was just like, yeah, no fucking way. He's like, I could do a lot of magic, but I'm not building a ride in that short of time. So they're like, all right, well, what can we retheme?
At least not safely. He could probably build one, but, somebody probably would have been, shot into space.
Yeah. Or the whole thing would have collapsed.
Yeah. After somebody got shot into space.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Suck it, Elon.
So, yeah, they decided to retheme a ride instead. And for whatever reason, they decided on Tower of Terror. And, Joe Rohde, he talks about it on Behind the Attraction on Disney+. He said he looked at it from behind. And he said, from behind, if you don't look at all the signage and all the, the accoutrements that they added to it, it doesn't really read as a hotel.
No, not at all.
And so they decided, well, what if this was a fortress? And so that was the idea they came up with is, Guardians of the Galaxy had just come out. And it was like, well, what if this is the Collector's Fortress?
And it makes sense.
Yeah. Are you a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy rides? Or sorry, movies?
Yes, I am. I think they're fun. I think they're probably my favorites out of like all the MCU.
Yeah, they're definitely up there for me. We just actually rewatched part 1 last night, not in any kind of preparation for this, but just because my girlfriend decided she wanted to watch it.
And it's fun. It's like you can always toss it on, and plus, like, Batista as Drax is freaking awesome. He steals the show.
Yeah. Have you seen the episode of? Did you watch Abbott Elementary?
Yes.
Have you seen the episode with Bradley Cooper?
I have not.
Where he talks about how he's the voice of Rocket Raccoon, and everyone's like, "No, you're not." And so he does the voice, and I still don't believe it's him.
No, it doesn't seem like something Bradley Cooper could do.
It doesn't sound like him at all.
No, not whatsoever. Like he transforms, like, because everything else, it's Bradley Cooper. Like, I think of him from like Wedding Crashers or
The Hangover.
Yeah. And, that's the Bradley Cooper voice. Rocket, not even in the same ballpark.
No. So yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout was the first ride at any Disney park to incorporate Marvel Comics. And surprisingly, it was not made as part of Avengers Campus. It actually didn't become part of Avengers Campus until 2021.
Wow.
So part of the reason why Avengers Campus is where it is because they had to kind of
build it around that.
Shoehorn this into it, yeah.
Can't go over the berm.
That's right. So the outside of the ride, let's start there. Obviously you got the big collector logo. The shape of the ride, which, hasn't changed much since it was Tower of Terror, the overall...
It looks like the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, it's... The Tower of, like we said, the Tower of Terror doesn't look like a hotel.
No.
It's got like a weird kind of part that juts out at the top, and especially the Guardians of the Galaxy version reminds me of the little handheld thing that Al had on Quantum Leap.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, it also reminds.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say it reminds me of that one Billy Zane movie, Rocket Man or whatever, from like back in the day. Like it has like that same like 1940s aesthetic.
The Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer, that's it.
Yeah, and it's got these wires and all kinds of sciencey looking stuff all over it. Just generic things to make it look fancy and futuristic. And then like later they added on this stuff all around the ground, just this like blue gunk.
Goo. Yeah.
Yeah, slime, goo, whatever you want to call it. And Disney actually explained it as they say that Tennille Tiven, aka the Collector, placed his fortress against the edges of the Avenger campus, and the placement warped the ground immediately surrounding the alien stronghold, causing a cosmic disruption to ooze from the ground below. Hues of blues, purples, and yellows glow in the daylight.
Ooh.
So that's the kayfabe explanation of the blue goo.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It doesn't. It's weird because they added it later, and then they're saying that it was caused by this alien stronghold, which I don't know if it's supposed to be a ship or what, but by it being placed in Avengers Campus.
Yeah, well, aliens in Orange County, makes sense.
I guess so. Yeah. So we're not going to be talking about Monsters After Dark today. We are just talking about the regular version of Mission Breakout. For those who don't know, Monsters After Dark is the Halloween layover. One of the great things about this ride is that there's a lot of screens just showing stuff, and so those can easily just be swapped out. You just change the channel.
Right. Make a new movie.
Yeah, and that's, really what they did with this ride was kind of make a new movie. They went to Atlanta where they were filming Guardians of the Galaxy and just had, Chris Pratt and Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Benicio del Toro, Bradley Cooper, just had them film new material while they were filming the movie.
Which is pretty sweet. Did they leave out Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel did not reprise his role of Groot and was replaced by voice actor Fred Tatasciore.
Ooh, good pronunciation.
I don't know if
Jimmy Western in that one.
I don't know if that's right, but I don't know why. Maybe he was making Fast and the Furious 12 or something, but
something probably. Honestly, they could have just grabbed any piece of dialogue and I am Groot. And bam, there you go.
Yeah, you don't really need. Yeah, that's true. They didn't even need to hire a voice actor. They could have just,
just take a quick sample, and that's all you need.
Yeah, I don't think Groot actually talks a lot in the ride, but
I think once. I remember once in the beginning, and that's it, and then maybe once in the middle. So twice that I can recall.
So one funny thing about not just Guardians of the Galaxy, but all of Avengers Campus, is that Marvel has a contract with Universal. So There's a lot of Marvel-based rides at Universal Studios, and so you will never see the word Marvel at a Disney park.
Oh crap! It is Avengers Campus. It is not Marvel Avengers Camp.
That's right, and so that's why it's just all the rides are just based on the specific hero and not Marvel's whatever.
That is crazy. Even though that is so weird because Disney owns Marvel, but because of and there's no Avengers or Marvel rides at Universal Studios, at least in Hollywood. I've never been to the Florida one, and I don't plan on it. Although I think you're dragging me there eventually, but
when Villains Land opens, we might have.
Yeah, that's true. We will have to go. I'll just pretend I'm in California still.
There is I think there's an Incredible Hulk ride in Florida at Epic Universe or Islands of Adventure.
So in the Bahamas?
No, it's in Orlando.
Oh. I was it'd be pretty cool if there was a roller coaster that went from island to island. But anyway.
That would be pretty cool.
Hey, new life goal.
Let's build it. Let's go become a premium pass holder at patreon.com/wildmousepodcast so that Kevin and I can build a theme park in the Bahamas.
That goes from island to island.
It goes from island to island. That sounds like a logistical nightmare, but that's why we hire the big guns to do that.
Yeah, it'll have to be hurricane proof, but that's somebody else's problem. That's not our problem. They get sued, not us.
That's right. Speaking of big guns, James Gunn also directed all the stuff for this ride, all of the interludes and whatever you want to call them.
He was the best part of the Marvel universe too, because that's gone downhill. And if you've noticed, DC's kind of gone up since he's taken over that.
It's kind of crazy that he has become the Kevin Feige of DC.
Right. And I think
not only did they just steal him to direct their movies, they put him in charge of the whole damn studio.
Which was very, very smart, because I think Feige kind of hit a wall, and Gunn is just creative as all hell.
Well, it's just great to have one voice,
It is.
one person who just oversees the whole thing and is kind of this connecting tissue, to the whole multiverse, if you will.
Right. And like he's been doing good stuff. Like I'm so excited for Peacemaker season 2.
What's his first movie gonna be?
I think it's the new Batman coming out, because he had his hand in the Penguin. If you haven't watched the Penguin, oh my god, it's fantastic.
I haven't watched it, but I've seen the photos of Kristen Milioti from it, and
Yep. No, she's fantastic in it. She's
great.
Yeah, she deserves an Emmy for this. She is so good. And yeah,
this is the one with Colin Farrell, right?
Yeah, as the Penguin. Yeah,
which is so weird.
He doesn't look and sound like Colin Farrell whatsoever. It's not Colin Farrell at all, and it's so good. Like it deserves all the awards this year. It's like the favorite. It's like the best thing I've watched all year.
Where can you watch it?
HBO Max or whatever it's called now.
Okay,
yeah,
I have that.
Yeah, it's bingey. It like Colin Farrell says, how you feel about the Penguin in episode 1 compared to episode 8 is completely different, and it's an amazing character arc. But we are getting way off track now. This is our old movie podcast.
I mean, that's kind of the idea. Is we're just having a conversation.
That's true.
We tend to get off track, but yeah, we got so far off track. We were talking about a completely different comic book company.
Yeah, that doesn't have a ride.
Yeah. Well, not at Disney, anyways.
Not at Disney.
There are DC rides, but they're not at Universal, right?
No, I think they're at like Six Flags, because like the Superman.
I think you're right, and the Green Lantern.
Yeah, they're all at like yeah. I think they're Six Flags. Yeah, they're all over the place.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And then it all ties in with Warner Brothers, and it's just such a freaking mess.
Yeah. Proud to be one of America's 9 companies.
Yes. Owned by Verizon and Taco Bell.
Okay, so yeah, back to Guardians of the Galaxy. The whole storyline of the ride is that this is the Collector's fortress, and the Collector has kidnapped the Guardians of the Galaxy and made them part of his collection. We first come up to the queue. There's a big sign that says, I think, does it just say Guardians of the Galaxy?
I believe so.
And then it's like painted over. It says Mission Breakout or something like that.
Right. I'm pulling it up now just to double check. I should have had this pulled up.
But you go through a big gate that has the queue times, the wait times. And then you kind of snake around the building. It's not a super entertaining queue outside.
No,
you really just kind of go through like a garden. And like I said, you snake back and forth a couple times before you finally get to the front entrance, where there's a big gold statue of the Collector, which is kind of cool.
It is. It's really cool. It's
well done.
It is.
And so you go past that, and you finally go inside the building, and you see the Collector's collection. There's all these different creatures. There's all these different artifacts, different things from the movie. You see Cosmo the dog. That's later.
That's true. My bad.
At this part, you're still just kind of, but there's a video playing, and it has the Collector's assistant from the movie, whose name I don't remember.
I don't either.
Even though I just watched it last night. It's in here somewhere.
I should have watched that instead of Harry Potter.
It's the pink girl with the pigtails.
Oh my god, what was her name?
It started with an A, I'm pretty sure.
Amphora? No, that's what you make wine in.
I think it's Afida.
Afida. Okay, we'll just call her Afida.
Okay. So yeah, there's this video playing on a loop, and it's, the Collector talking about adding all these stuff to his collection, and Afida kind of talking about all these different things, and just showing off some of the different life forms that are in the collection, including, at one point, Stan Lee is in the video.
As he should be.
Of course, Stan Lee should. I mean, Stan Lee is still making cameos in Marvel movies via, photos or AI or whatever. And just,
yeah,
he's ingrained in the DNA of Marvel.
Stan Lee is forever.
That's right. But this video also shows the newest addition to the collection, the Guardians of the Galaxy. And, we hear them kind of bantering to each other. And, there's signs on each one. And it says, like, one says Peter Quill, leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And Peter is very upset that they didn't refer to him as Star-Lord.
Yeah, very upset.
Drax the Destroyer, fierce warrior, skilled in hand-to-hand combat.
My favorite character.
Drax is great. He's hilarious.
He's awesome.
I love when there's just, like, chaos going on, and he's just laughing hysterically.
He's like, everybody's dying, and that's great. The world is at rest.
Like, when their ship is, like, crashing, and he's just laughing hilariously.
The man loves danger.
It's true. We see Gamora. It says the daughter of Thanos, and she says, I'm not the daughter of Thanos. Goes to punch her cage, but gets, like, zapped. And so now we know that the cages are, like, electrified. The one thing we don't see is Rocket.
Where is he?
But we hear him off camera. And I guess we don't see Groot either.
No.
But at this point, we don't see him, but the camera kind of pans over, and him and baby Groot are in their own little cages.
No.
And so, you watch this video as you go through this inner queue, go through a turnstile. They separate you into two different sides. They send you left or right. And then you enter a room. This used to be like the library when it was Tower of Terror. Now it's like the collector's office, basically.
Yeah, not a whole lot changed, really. Just some book titles.
Yeah. But instead of just having a TV screen flick on and show you, an episode of Tower of Terror, we get a Rocket animatronic.
Right.
That pops up. He allegedly comes out of the vent area, but he really just kind of pops up.
He does. There's no vent.
No. But, like, I was watching a video of this earlier, and I didn't think this sounded like Bradley Cooper. Like, I as we said before, Rocket doesn't sound like Bradley Cooper, period.
No.
But this didn't sound like Rocket from the movies. But, I mean, apparently it is.
Huh.
But yeah, to me, it almost sounded like somebody doing a Rocket impression.
Yeah. Yeah, when we were in line, you pointed that out.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so. You're like, that. Oh. You're like, that sounded off. I remember you saying something like that.
Yeah. So, what do I know? But basically, I guess before Rocket pops up, there is a video of the collector who talks about how, he's going to show you his collection, and you have to show your hands to enter. It's a security thing. They've put our handprints into the system or whatever, and you show your hands, and that gives you access.
It's like shopping at Whole Foods now. You pay with your palm.
Yeah, with the Amazon thing.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
No, that's weird.
Yeah, that's too far for me.
Yeah, like I pay with my phone, but like, I love how everything's tap to pay now, by the way. But
yes.
Yeah, so I don't have to ever like take my wallet anywhere. But yeah, pay. The palm is like way too futuristic for me, and it just like reminds me of like all like the dystopian stuff in the future. All the movie.
Like, yeah, I'm just waiting for them to put a chip in my hand at that point. Like,
right, we're close.
I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not letting Elon put things in my brain. Like, none of that.
No. But basically, that is what our phone is. But anyway,
kind of. But we can put that down if we want to.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even know where my phone's at.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the video kind of flickers, and that's when this Rocket animatronic pops up. Although there is a B mode of this without, like, if the animatronic isn't working, there's a separate video that just has Rocket popping up and interjecting. But he talks about how he's gonna hijack the gantry lift. The gantry lift.
The gantry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Me and my girlfriend just love doing Rocket impressions, and it always just say is gantry lift, and my hands don't scan. That's the other thing. That's why he needs us. Is because his tiny little raccoon hands don't scan properly.
Right. Oh my god. Like the whole like thing in the third movie with like him and like the baby animals was so sad. Anyway.
That is fucking heartbreaking.
It's like I have a hard time watching the third movie because of that. Anyway.
Yeah, like the Linda Cardellini otter is it's rough. Anyway. Yeah, so Rocket is going to ride on top of the gantry lift.
Gantry. I can't do it. You know me and my impressions and my accents. I can't do it.
Yeah, they're very limited.
Yeah.
But so he's going to ride on top while we ride in the bottom, and we use our hands to scan and get him access, and then he's going to blow up the generator and cut off power, which will open all the cages, and then the Guardians can escape.
Yep. Yay!
So that's our storyline.
It's good to have a storyline.
Yeah. We also know that he has procured Star-Lord's cassette player, his Walkman. And so when you first get into the gantry lift, we hear the voice of the collector, and he says something like, this is the moment you've been waiting for. But we see a silhouette of Rocket, and he unplugs the power and plugs in the Walkman. And he says, time to get the party started. See, I really only do those two phrases.
Yeah. You almost sounded like you're from Boston on that one.
The party started.
Yeah. You only get one hard R, and after that it's ah.
But so as soon as he plugs in this thing, that's when the music kicks in. And that's one of the interesting things about this ride is there's actually 6 different modes, each one with a different song.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there's 6 different songs, and each song has its own story mode. And it's all randomized. So it's not like there's a cast member somewhere being like, okay, we're going to do Hit Me With Your Best Shot this time. It's all just random. So even the cast members don't know what's going to be playing.
Wow. I think I got the same one both times I've gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, so there's Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar, Give Up the Funk by Parliament, Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf, I Want You Back by the Jackson 5, Free Ride by the Edgar Winter Group, and Burning Love by Elvis Presley.
I think I got Free Ride both times.
God, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I've never gotten Elvis.
No, I'm pretty sure I've gotten, Edgar Winter both times.
Man, all I can hear in my head is Monsters After Dark. Because that song just kicks in.
Right.
It hits you right from the first note. And that song slaps. That song is a banger. Yeah, I cannot remember what songs I got. Okay, but so the ride go ahead.
I was just going to say anyway.
Yeah. The ride mechanics of both Tower of Terror, this one in Florida and in Paris are still Tower of Terror. This one obviously now Guardians of the Galaxy. The ride mechanics are very interesting because there's, like we said, there's 2 different lifts. So when they split you up, oh God, we skipped over. We're going to back up a little bit. After you leave the collector's office, this is the thing Disney has been doing more and more, where there's like a inter-queue moment.
Right.
And you think, oh, we're on the ride now. No, you're not.
No.
There's more waiting.
Yeah. 45 minutes later, you'll be on the ride.
Yeah. So you leave the office, and now you're in this dank kind of boiler room looking area. Yep. There's pipes everywhere, and there's more of the collection, but it's just kind of scattered. It's almost like this is the collector's basement or attic or something.
Yeah, it's
like
he
just throws all the other stuff. Yeah. And this, if you look closely, and if you go to the left, you might spot the Yeti from Matterhorn.
Yes. Yay!
Which, of course, now is just a video, which is kind of... I definitely prefer animatronics all the time.
Yeah, and we've learned it's not that hard to make animatronics.
Yeah, I plan to do maybe not a full episode on this, but I definitely want to talk about at some point the video face that Disney has done recently, where it's just like a blank face on an animatronic and they just project a video onto it.
It's weird.
It's not good.
No, it's not.
It looks bad.
It's cheap.
And the animatronics at the new Frozen area in, God, what is it, Shanghai? I think it's Shanghai.
Yeah.
The new animatronics are so good.
Dude, we have to go to the only reason I want to go to Shanghai is go to Shanghai Disney. That's in and out, we hit Disney, we get back on a plane, head back to the US.
Yeah.
Also for pirates.
Yeah, that Shanghai Pirates looks so cool.
We got to do that. Even though if that's the only reason we go to China, we have to do that.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, where was I? Okay, yeah, so at this point, you get in the gantry lift, Rocket plugs in, he gets the party started, music kicks in.
And the fun begins.
and you immediately shoot straight up.
There's no gradual or anything like this. You're put 10 feet into your seat.
Yeah, like you back up a little bit, and then as soon as that plug it goes in, boom, you're gone. I won't get into it too much because there will be a Tower of Terror episode, but the Tower of Terror in Florida, you like move around a little bit. You like go down a track, and you go, through the fifth dimension, and
right
before you get launched up. And this one just boom, you're gone.
Gone. You're at the top, and you don't even know it yet.
Yeah. And so, like I said, there's multiple different story modes of the Guardians of the Galaxy trying to escape. I don't know if I'll go too deep into all these, but the I Want You Back version has the Guardians jumping out of their cages, only for Drax to get captured by a tentacle monster. I guess there's actually 2 scenarios per song.
What?
So the second scenario shows Quill kicking at an Orlani, or a rat-like creature, who, if you've seen the movies, at the very beginning, he's just kicking these things around.
All over the place. It's like squirrels at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. He kicks one into the cages and then just gets attacked by a group of them. Oh, no, it's okay. It's not that there's 2 different ones. It's that the Bride has 2 different moments where these things happen.
Oh, okay.
And so hit me with your best shot. First scenario shows Peter Quill shooing away the tentacled monster, and then him and Gamora running from a fleet of security drones. Yes. And then the next one shows a giant gargoyle-like creature jumping up and roaring at the guests, and Drax jumps out of the creature's mouth, punches it in the nose, and laughs. He then says to the guests, "You're welcome."
Yep, didn't see that one.
I think I did. That sounds familiar.
I don't remember that.
Give Up the Funk by Parliament. The first scenario has Quill and Gamora in the tentacles of the monster, with Quill and Gamora asking Rocket for help. And then the second scenario shows Quill kicking an Orlani into the cages before being attacked by a group of them. So it's the same.
Yeah.
Free Ride. You said, do you think this is the one you got both times? The first scenario is the Guardians shooting at the oncoming attacks before Baby Groot pushes a red button that turns off the artificial gravity.
Yep.
I definitely remember this.
Yep, 100%. Both times.
The next scenario shows everything floating while Quill tells Baby Groot to push the button that puts on the artificial gravity, and that's when you get your big drop. Yep. Which it might be the most clever.
Yeah. That is so good. You're like, we're falling.
No.
I remember the first time that happened, Taylor, we're floating.
That is one of my favorite things about this ride that Tower of Terror doesn't do, is the moments when you're watching these videos, the ride is bobbing.
Yeah.
You don't just sit there.
No, there's you're shaking, you're bobbing. Yeah, you feel there's explosions happening, and you feel the explosions.
Yeah, and so you never really know when you're going to go again, right. You also don't know if you're going up or down.
Right. Or there's only 2 ways in this. It's up or down, and you have no idea. Sometimes you go up twice or down twice.
Yeah, there's a the big moment is the photo op.
Right.
And, the doors open, and you look out over California Adventure, and maybe spoiler alert, but it does this twice.
Yes.
It goes up, and the doors open, and you think, well, here it is. Here's the photo op. I'm going to do a goofy face, and then you jump up again.
Yeah. You go,
and then the doors open, and that's the actual photo op. That, of course, the photo goes off right as the thing drops.
Yeah, and you're like...
And, it's always great seeing people try and do the goofy face, and they're just making some dumb face because they don't know exactly when the camera's going to go.
Yep, exactly. Or you're like my wife, and you're just trying to rip my arm out of its socket.
Again, I don't want to try and avoid talking about Tower of Terror as much as possible, but when we went in January, we went on it twice, and my girlfriend's sister and her husband, they rode separately because one of them had to watch the kids.
Oh, no.
But the photo ops are so good because he is just sitting there completely stoic, like he's sitting on a bench. And she looks like she's going to lose her mind.
Nice.
I'll have to send you these pictures so you can see him. But she is and seriously, he is just
just plain faced.
Yeah, I don't even know how he did it. Okay, so the two others, Burning Love by Elvis Presley. First scenario is the Guardians jumping from their confinement, only for Drax to get canceled or captured by the tentacled monster. Second scenario shows the giant gargoyle-like creature jumping up and roaring at the guests. Drax jumps out. Okay, so it's the same. Born to be Wild, the first scenario has Quill and Gamora in the tentacles of the tentacled monster, with Quill and Gamora shouting at Rocket for help. Okay, so there's only so many.
Yeah,
it sounds like there's not two for every single option. Okay. The following scene shows Quill shooting away the monster, ending with both of them and Gamora running from a fleet of security drones. So it sounds like there's maybe 3, maybe 4 total different videos that you get.
Yeah.
Seth Green is Howard the Duck. When is Howard the Duck in any of these? I'm looking at the Wikipedia page and it lists Seth Green as Howard the Duck as a voice on one of these.
You
know what? It's When You Leave.
Right.
Yeah, when you leave, as you're going through the hallway, you can hear like the Guardians kind of scampering around.
Right.
And you hear Stan Lee say like, "Is this part of the tour?" or something like that. And then I think Howard the Duck is in there too.
Right. Oh my God. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Howard the Duck can also be heard mocking the collector's situation and bidding guests farewell. That was one of the things about the movie, like at the very end when they have Howard the Duck, and I'm just like, are they going to do anything with Howard the Duck, or is he just kind of this Easter egg?
I think it's just an Easter egg, unless they're planning on like making a Howard the Duck movie. I know it was a comic, but I don't think.
I mean, they made a movie.
Well, yeah, with Leah Thompson, but and the pedophile. But anyway,
was Jeffrey Jones in that?
Yeah, he was the bad guy.
Ugh. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he got taken over by the monsters at the end.
Good. Hope they penetrated him.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and then you exit and you go and you get your photos, and that's that.
And yeah, I love that ride so much. I think it's like my favorite. And like you had to like drag me on it the first time.
I wanted to talk about this because Kevin is not a roller coaster guy. He wouldn't go on Incredicoaster with me. And he was very tentative to go on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Very. Like, I was nervous the entire time.
And, like, even when we got off, I was just like, so what'd you think? And you're like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, I was like processing it and like, that was pretty sweet. And then, like, I took my wife on it like a year later. And, oh my God, like, it was like the time of my life. And, like, she kept screaming in my ear when she wasn't biting my shoulder, "We're going to die. We're going to die. We're all going to die."
Well, that same trip at the end of the night, I was like, well, I think we've kind of went on everything we wanted to do. Is there anything you want to go on again? And you were like sheepishly like, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Let's do Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was like, I'd do it.
I would go on that ride anytime.
It's so good.
It's so fun.
And so one thing I want to talk about is the ride mechanics of it. The ride actually falls faster than the speed of gravity.
Okay.
Again, if you watch Behind the Attraction, they talk about this, but there's actually cables on the top and bottom.
Okay.
So you're not free falling; it's pulling you down.
I didn't know that. How have I not? I think I've watched this episode, but no, I haven't watched this episode yet. Like I've watched the Pirates one like 9 times.
Yeah, they went to an elevator company and they said, here's what we want. We basically want this thing to free fall down a shaft. And so the people at the elevator company are like, well, that's not really what we do here.
we try to prevent that.
Yeah, that's kind of the opposite of everything we stand for as a company.
Yeah.
But they're like, all right, well, we can turn off all the security stuff and all the whatever and just let's see what happens. And so they went on it, and the Disney Imagineers' first reaction was not fast enough.
Not fast enough.
And so, yeah, that's how they developed this mechanism with cables on top and bottom. So it'll pull you up and pull you down.
That is insane.
And so it actually pulls you down faster than the speed of gravity.
Which is what, like...
I don't know, man. I'm not a scientist.
I was thinking of the speed of sound, but that's like 400 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's that.
No, it's not 400 miles an hour.
That might kill somebody.
The speed of gravity is the same as the speed of light in a vacuum, which is 300 million meters per second. No, it's not that fast.
No, it's definitely not that fast.
Definitely not that fast.
But yeah, that's one of the things that makes this ride so great is that you get pulled down so fast. And like we said, you never really know when you're going to start or stop. Because it's not just like, there's the extreme scream or whatever you call them, those big drop rides that you see at Knott's Berry Farm or most like state fairs.
Yeah.
that's just a big like pipe looking thing, and you go up and then it drops you, and it does kind of like bounce a little at the bottom. But this one is constantly just like, you'll go down and you'll stop and you'll bob, and then you'll go up and down and back up and bob again, and you never really know when or where you're going.
No, there's at least 6 or 7 times at least that you're like zero gravity out.
Yeah, I'm a handle holder in this one.
Yes.
I'm not a hands up guy on this ride because you will get pulled out of your seat.
You will. You need to hold on some. Well, this is funny because like Joanna's like, there's no handles. No, bullshit. There are handles.
I've got them.
I'm holding on to something. You are tearing my arm off, and there is now blood. Okay, so it goes 97 kilometers per hour up and down. So that's about
Canadian. How fast is that?
About 60.
Okay.
But from like 0 to 60 in like under a second is impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing is when you go, you go. It's not it's not a gradual thing. It's just like, oh, we keep getting faster. No, you're going.
Yeah. Like a Porsche wish it could go that fast.
Yeah.
A Lambo wish it could go that fast.
It is wild, and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, there's, you'll see people throwing their hands up, and I'm just like, I would be so scared of that my seatbelt's not going to hold, and I'm going to go flying against the ceiling.
We've heard way too many like, horror or theme park horror stories, especially thanks to Jimmy and James. But yeah, like, I don't trust Americans.
I mean, there was actually a TikTok trend for a very short while of people undoing their seatbelts on Guardians of the Galaxy and just going flying.
Why would you do that?
So, like, if you go now, you will see multiple signs just saying, do not take your seatbelt off.
Because you will fall stories. Because that thing will,
you'll go into the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then just bounce around.
And then hurt people.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to hurt yourself.
Cool.
Okay, if you're going to be dumb and hurt yourself, that's one thing.
Yeah, dumb one more time.
Don't let your stupidity hurt other people.
Right.
And so that's why, they'd make you pull on the dirty yellow tab.
I think it's so dirty and gross.
I think it may...
I hope it's designed that way.
No, it's not. That's just from people tugging on it.
Yeah, I was going to say this. It's like California, like soaring over California or whatever. It's the same color.
Yeah, no, they're all the same color.
Yeah, they're all yellow. They were bright yellow at one point.
Stained yellow. Yeah.
Oh my God, what are on people's hands to make it? Gross. People,
I don't know.
Wash your hands.
Think about what the ones in Florida must look like.
Dude.
But I think there may be like a security mechanism now that like once the ride starts, you can't undo that.
That sounds about right because that they do the same thing for like, soaring over California. What is it called? It is
soaring around the world.
Soaring around the world, yeah.
And then it's soaring over California during some parts of the year.
Right.
I think during the Food and Wine Festival.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is when I'll be there next year.
Oh, in March.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess we kind of covered everything. Do you have anything else you want to add about the ride?
If you're nervous, just go do it. It's fun. You're not going to die.
Kevin is a ride chicken, and he immediately fell in love with this ride. Yeah. To the point where not only did he want to ride it again the same day, but when I asked him to come on this podcast, this was immediately the first thing he said.
Yep. It was this and the Scrambler. That was my favorite ride as a child.
So I guess look forward to the Scrambler episode.
I don't know if we'll get 45 minutes out of that one, though.
We'll get what we get.
It's true.
Yeah, this is a great ride. It's a thrill ride. What is the 40 inches is the height limit.
Yep.
I don't know if that tells you anything. Some people do like use that as a kind of barometer on how exciting a ride's going to be.
The taller you are, the funner it's going to be.
The crazier it's going to be for sure.
Yeah.
Disneyland's official site lists big drops, thrill rides, dark, loud, and scary as the descriptors of the ride. And all of those seem accurate.
They nailed it. God, now I want to go ride it again.
It's, yeah. And, honestly, most of the time the queue is not crazy long.
No, not at all. Like we went what?
45 minutes maybe?
Yeah, at most, without like the flash pass or whatever they call it now.
Yeah. Now it's Lightning Lane.
Lightning Lane, yeah.
When we went, it was Max Pass.
Max Pass, yeah.
Which of course was the follow up to the Fast Pass, and then there was also Genie Plus. That could be a whole episode on its own.
Just pick one.
Yeah, they just keep renaming it. The Genie Plus only lasted like a year.
Yeah, it was quick, and then there was like the keypad and the magic keys, and
well, that's still a thing.
Okay, that's what.
Now there's the Lightning Lane
Plus
Deluxe Pass or whatever they call it. That lets you like ride, like go to the front of the line on every single ride, and you don't have to like wait for a time slot
like before. Yeah,
but it's $400.
I'm just shaking my head. I'm just shaking my head.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I was like, Disneyland is now designed to make you go.
Disneyland is designed to make the most money possible.
Yep.
Do you have our photos from this? Because we had Max Pass, right? So we should have gotten the photos.
Let me go back into my Disney app and see.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I know I have the ones from Joanna and I. I think I sent that to you.
Probably.
Yeah. It was last Krampusnacht.
No, we went during Halloween.
No, you and I did, but Joanna and I went during Krampusnacht.
Yeah, did we go in Monsters After Dark?
I don't think so.
I feel like we must have if we went again.
Right?
Because if it was the same day, it would have been later, so it would have been after the changeover, because the changeover happens at like 6 o'clock or something.
Right. And it was dark the second time we went, so it had to be.
Monsters After Dark is... Man, never mind. We'll do a separate Monsters After Dark episode.
Yeah. We'll have to go rewrite it.
Well, if you say so.
If I twist your arm.
All right, so any final closing thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout? Anything we missed?
Don't think so. I think we got it all.
Not a lot of merch, really, for Monsters After Dark. There is a gift shop when you come out.
Yeah,
it's kind of just generic Avengers Guardians of the Galaxy stuff.
Yeah.
It's not really anything specific to the ride.
No, not at all.
Not like Tower of Terror where there's a Stitch wearing the bellhop.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll talk about Disneyland Paris as the podcast goes on, but Disneyland Paris is so freaking obsessed with Stitch, it's bizarre.
That is so weird.
I don't know where this came from, how he became the mascot or whatever of Disneyland Paris, but Stitch is everywhere.
And Stitch isn't even European. He's like Pacific
Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not Hawaiian. He's an alien, but
right.
The movie takes place in Hawaii.
Maybe Parisians really love Hawaii.
Maybe. I don't know.
But they have better islands in the... Anyway.
All right. Well, that's Guardians of the Galaxy mission : all caps breakout ! I guess you're supposed to scream breakout. I'm not going to do that on the podcast, but...
No.
Just imagine us. Yeah, just imagine me screaming, breakout! Or just imagine rockets, breakout! That was terrible.
That was that. I don't even know what you're doing with that one.
All right. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the best rides at California Adventure, part of Avengers Campus. I can't recommend this ride enough.
Same. Like, do it multiple times. Like, just go around in circles. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and like I said, there's 6 different modes, so you can ride it multiple times and get a different experience every time.
Unless you're me. You get the same experience
unless you're Kevin, yeah.
Then you get the different experience. Don't do the different experience.
And then if you ride it during Halloween time, you can do Monsters After Dark too.
I don't remember. It had to be Monsters After Dark.
It had to be.
It had to be, but I don't remember it at all.
I don't know. Well, we'll talk about that another time.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Kevin, do you have anything you want to promote?
Since it's 2025, hopefully the Outpaged app will be on iOS and hopefully on Android coming soon.
And it's just outpage.com, right?
Outpage.com.
All right. Keep an eye on that. Social media?
Oh, shit. I don't know anymore. Like, just search Kevin Nesgoda. I'm the only one on the planet, so you'll find me. Just
All right.
Google me.
And Outpage is just Outpaged on everything, right?
Yeah, everything's Outpaged.
All right. Make sure you check that out. That's it for this episode of Wild Mouse. We will see you next time.
Your attention, please. This episode of Wild Mouse has concluded. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcast player, and follow us on social media at Wild Mouse Podcast. Don't forget to visit the gift shop at wildmousepodcast.com. For exclusive bonus content, become a premium pass holder at patreon.com/wildmousepodcast. We hope you enjoyed your time and will visit us again soon. Thank you and good night.